Hi everyone, it's Holly Schultz from BabyGizmo.com. Today I'm going to show you two brand new ride-ons that are super cool. Now these cars, they're from Joovy, and this is the Joovy 4x4 and this is the Joovy Racecar. They both have a lot of similar features, but they also both have their own unique features. So they both are good for 3 years up to 5 years or 80 pounds. The seat's kind of small in both of them, so about 5-6 years old, they're going to outgrow them. The unique feature about them, okay, this one, let's talk about the batteries. The batteries, they have 2 motors on these cars. Normally you get those ride-ons, the Power Wheels, they've got 1 motor to do all the wheels. These have a motor for each of the rear wheels. That means it's just going to work better. It's going to go faster. Now it only goes up to 5 miles an hour, which they all seem to, but these for some reason seem faster, and it must be those motors. Now let's talk about the 4x4 first. Now the 4x4, it's super cool. It's a 1-seater, as you can see, and it has the 2 motors, but it also has one 12-volt battery. Now, and I will show you that. It's all under the hood. There's 2 buttons you push here, and while your kid might think that's really cool that it has the fake, spark plugs and everything, you don't really want them to get underneath. Now, because this comes out, this is just a piece, it's a fake piece, but there are all your wires and your battery, and there is a lot of wires in there, so I wouldn't have your kids playing in there, but you need to get there to charge the battery. So this just goes back in, you just have to get it in right, snaps down, just maybe don't show that to your kids, and then you put the hood down. Now the seat, there is lots of room for, I would say, a 3 to a 5-year-old, just like they recommend. And what's fun is they have a key over here, and the key is attached, thank goodness, because if we lost it, that would be bad. It's attached with a little rope, and you put it in and you turn it on, and there's a little horn here, not a very loud horn, it's just a barely there horn. And then there's the pedal. You just push the pedal and it's going to get going. There's 2 speeds, 2.5 miles an hour and 5 miles an hour. At first, my 2.5-year-old, I know he's a little bit young, it was hard for him to maneuver, it was. It took him a little bit of practice, especially he needed to stay at the 2.5 mile an hour, but the problem is there's a switch right here. It's so easy to hit for him to go into fast, and then he's lost control. So maybe that's why they say it's for 3 years and up. So it's right here on the dash. You push high to go 5 miles an hour and low to go 2.5 miles an hour. There's also a forward and reverse. And let me tell you, when your kids start riding these, they're going to get good really quick. You're going to be surprised at how good they are at maneuvering a car. Now, also on the back of the 4x4, there's a little storage container back here. You have to have like a coin or something, and then you open it up, and then you can put little, they can put little play stuff in there if they want. The seat has 3 different settings to go closer to the pedal and farther away. Now it's kind of tricky to do. It does take a little bit of muscle, but you can slide the seat up and slide it back. Not a lot, it's just a little bit. And what's kind of fun too is that there's a little floor mat in here in case let's say they drag mud in. You can always take that out and clean it. One thing I forgot to tell you, the way they stop or slow down is they just take their foot off the accelerator. And that's very common for any type of ride-on outside toys. Now this one, what's neat is it has real working headlights, which is totally cool because you never know when it's starting to get dark out there. They're not super bright, but they're fun. These back here, these are fake. These don't turn on, but you do have the working headlights. And you have these rugged tires. Now these tires, what I love about them is they put a strip of rubber on each of the 4 tires, and that helps it to grip the ground. That's important because when these wheels on other ones are all plastic, they wear down very quickly, and you lose control of the car because they become too slippery. So I love the fact that they did put that rubber there for, a better grip. Now other features of the 4x4 is there's little steps on either side to help them climb in. Now, one thing I would love to see Joovy add is there's no belts. There's no belt, there's no lap belt, there's no belt whatsoever. And the way that my 5-year-old can zip this around, I would love to have something just securing him in the seat. Now, if for some reason, I don't know, he went down a mountain or something with it, it's not going to help him. But when he's turning really quick, I would hate for his weight to throw him out or something. So maybe a cute little 5-point harness, I would love that addition. Now, it's small, right? You're looking at it going, ooh, that's not really great for a big kid. But you know what it's great for? It's great for my garage. We have another one. We have a Power Wheels Jeep, It's ginormous. It takes up so much room. We pretty much need a third car garage just for that Jeep. So here's a side-by-side. Look at that. Look at how small the Joovy is compared to that big monster Power Wheels. So it's going to be really great for small houses. If you don't have a lot of room to store, like, let's say, a third car, the Joovy, you're going to love the size of this one. Now let's talk about the race car. The race car, it's super fun. You know what? It's my 5-year-old's favorite. He just likes race cars. It's really close to the ground. You know what? The tires, I love the fact that they put the rubber on these tires as well because that really grips the ground. It goes from 2.5 to 5 miles an hour. There is a forward and reverse right here, and what's different is that it has the fast and the slow with a little gear shift here. So they think that's super fun. If they put it forward, that's going to make it go the 5 miles an hour. You put it back and that's the 2.5 miles an hour. It also has an attached key, so you need to put the key in and turn it on. Now you hear that? That's the engine noise, because of course a race car needs an engine noise, right? So I'm going to turn that off just so I can talk. So it also has the pedal. You push the pedal and it goes. They need to slow down or stop. They take their foot off the accelerator pedal. It does have this cool spoiler, because what race car wouldn't? It does say not to sit on it, and I think that's pretty important because I don't think it's going to take a lot of weight. It has great maneuverability. Here is my 3-year-old and 5-year-old zipping around. Okay, to be honest, he's 2.5. Almost 3-year-old is zipping around in these cars. I mean, seriously. And the 2.5-year-old, even though he's under the age limit, he caught on really quick. And the 5-year-old's pretty much an expert by now. So they have great maneuverability. They have these little rear view mirrors so they can kind of see what's coming behind them, which they don't really work, but they don't really need them. And this one is a little bit different because it has 2 6-volt batteries, but it still has those 2 motors, 1 motor for each of the rear wheels. And to charge it, it's underneath the seat. Now the seat's a little bit hard to open, which you want it that way because you don't want your kids to get to the wires. Let me see if I can get it open. There we go. There's your batteries and there's your wires. So that's where you're going to charge it. It comes with the charger. So overall, oh, it also has a floor mat as well, so in case they totally get it dirty, you could always wash that. So they're really, really cute. I think they go faster than most of the Power Wheels. I do. We haven't raced them, but they seem to, I don't know if it's because they're smaller or what, but they zip around so fast. The kids love them, and I love, again, how small they are. They're easy to store. These 2 together are smaller than the 1 Jeep Power Wheels. So definitely, if you're looking for, you're short on space, look at the Joovy ones. Now, they're not cheap. They are expensive. This one, the race car, is $399, and the 4x4 is $499. But you're going to get a lot of use out of it, and I do like the extra features that they put on that other ones don't, like those 2 different motors. You know, that's kind of our look. With the race car, I would love to see a 5-point or even a lap belt, some kind of, seat belt or something because of how low it is and the seat is very shallow. So if they got whipping around a corner, I would hate for them to fall right out of the car. My kids haven't, but I'm just thinking ahead, thinking a little 5-point harness, Race car drivers have got to have something, right? And always keep your kids in helmets. We always wear helmets when when riding Ride-ons outside. It's just safer. So there you go. That's my look at the Joovy Ride-ons. This is the 4x4 and this is the race car. And I'm Holly Schultz from babygizmo.com.